What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the show, man. Recap with Mo. We're getting ready to get into this breakdown of Tyler Perry's Zatima, Season 2, Episode number 8, right? So let's go ahead and get into the synopsis for this episode right here, right? So it says that Zach's suspicions make him question Nathan's involvement with Fatima's dating app profile. Deja tells Zach that she is going to sue Fatima. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this breakdown, alright? Alright, so we start this episode right here off with Fatima with this bomb-ass dress on. She's rocking it from head to toe, man. Oh my goodness, man. Like I said, Fatima, I'm gonna leave it at that. So anyway, Fatima is in her office, and that weird ass Negro Paul shows up out of nowhere, claiming that he's dropping off these warranty papers for the tire that he changed on her car, right? So I'm like, okay, I feel the same way she does. Like, all you did was change the tire. But no, this Negro went the extra mile, right? He went and got a brand new tire for a random chick he just met. I guess he was trying to get kudos points, but it's not going down with Fatima because Fatima ain't going that way. So he was just hoping that she would have felt some type of way about the little warranty on the tire and shit like that. But obviously it didn't work out for him, because as hard as he was trying to play ball in that office, Fatima was like, okay, so what were you hoping to get up out of this? Like, you were hoping that we were fool-la-la, that you were going to get the opportunity, to get in the, whatever you got to what did you expect was going to go down in this situation? And he was like, well, I was hoping that we could go out for dinner, right? And she was like, yeah, me and my fiance. And he was like, I knew you were going to say some shit like that. But Negro, what did you expect? Like, she got her ring, a full ring on her finger. Now, I know this ain't every woman. I know. So he's probably coming from that perspective that, hey, I'm going to shoot my shot. Maybe she's one of those females that don't really, hold their, they not committed like they say they ring is. I'm going to just leave it at that. Because there are some women out there like that. Hey, they might have on a ring, but if you shoot your shot and you get it there in the right way, you might get in, bro. So I ain't really mad at Paul, but I am mad at Paul because this is like the second time that she's told you about this whole situation. So let's go ahead and move from there. Oh, by the way, while we're still talking about it, how old is Fatima? Shit. I mean, she's bringing out a checkbook to pay this Negro. She pulled it. She said, hold on, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and give you this. I'm going to go ahead. So I was like, okay, maybe she's going to reach for a purse and shit like that. No, hell no. She going to go pull a checkbook. And I believe she had a carbon copy behind that mug. Like, Fatima, how old are you? I can't even recall the last time I've written a check. And I grew up on checks. But anyhow, let's go on and move on, man. So from there, we end up in the parking lot with Nate and Tony. So they're sitting in the parking lot, waiting on Fatima to come out and meet old boy to meet Nate in the staircase, right? So they're waiting on Fatima to come out. Tony's over there sweating bullets. Like, if y'all notice the back of his headrest, I mean, the water or whatever they were spraying on that Negro's head was literally running down the back of the headrest. So I'm like, okay, y'all niggas gonna get caught. Number one, it's broad daylight. Y'all ain't really ducked down or nothing. Y'all just sitting up there cheesing like two black Negroes in there with teeth shining across the way. Like, y'all niggas gonna get caught. But anyhow, so they're sitting right there and they going back and forth, and Nate is like, hey, we gonna catch it. Tony's like, no, we just need to get this up. We sitting ducks out here. And I feel like Tony, like, go on and get the hell up out of there. But while they're talking, we see what's his name? Zach, ducked down, running behind the cars like he's 007 or some shit like that. And then he jumps in the back of the car. I don't know why they didn't have the doors locked. Definitely you on a sit down, you're on a stakeout, but you got everything wide open like that. So anyway, so Zach climbs in the back of the car. By that time he climbs in the back of the car, Nate is like, I knew you were coming. So anyhow, once he gets in the car, Fatima finally comes out and she's walking. and she's walking, and she's walking shit. And when she's walking, she walks towards the staircase. And they just like, there she go. She going in. Zach was like, oh, hell no, don't go in there. Don't go in there. But she went on in there. Then she was looking suspicious. And now she was looking a little, suspect. But maybe she was looking out because, she had legal documents with her because it was the drop off. So she was possibly looking, I'm just going to give her that benefit, right? She was looking to make sure nobody was trailing her. But she should have looked, a couple of steps prior to, because she would have seen 3 smiling Negroes in a black truck over there. But anyhow, that's neither here and there. We're done past that. So next, Zach gets his ass up at the car. He's trying to hard step over there to the staircase when this nigga is caught by Angela. So Angela is walking out and she's slow pacing it in them heels. So she's slow pacing across the parking lot and she's like, Zach, what you doing here? And he was like, I'm just here to, see Fatima. When she was like, yeah, Fatima's gone. Like, you're a little bit late if you're looking for Fatima. But by the time he's talking with Angela, both Nate and Tony, they both get up out the car and they come over like, don't trust her. Like, she just, she trying to feed into it and she telling lies for the chick. That was, that was Nate. So I was like, yeah, she could be telling lies, but at the same time, like I said before, I don't think Fatima is that type of chick. I'm just saying. So after all of that, Zach convinces, both Nate and Tony to leave. So I assume they go around the corner because they actually leave the parking lot. But obviously they're not that far away. So by the time they leave and he's talking to Angela, Angela brings up the fact that Fatima is gone. But by the way, did Fatima mention to you that I want to come over to your house, me and Bryce? And he was like, no, she ain't said nothing about that. And she was like, well, if she didn't tell you about it, nigga, we coming over to your house, but I'm going to let her tell you about that. And by the time she's talking to Zach about that, Fatima's coming out of the stairway. So when she comes out, she was like, hey, what you doing here? And Zach was like, oh, I'm here to see you. And then that's when Angela mentions the whole situation about she and Bryce coming over. And she was like, yeah, I was going to mention that to you. And they pretty much, had their way with him and convince him to allow that situation to happen at his crib at 8 o'clock. So it is what it is. The date is set. All right. So from there, Angela leaves. She goes to the staircase because, as she told Zach previously, oh, yeah, that's why we got to drop off our overnight documents. So Zach was like, oh, that's what y'all do up there. So instead of her getting her freak on, she was actually dropping off overnight documents. All right. So from there, Fatima's like, okay, now that she's gone, nigga, what you doing up here? Like, I don't want to hear no BS. I want to know why you here. Oh, you came up here to check up on me. Zach like, no, babe, I trust you. And she was like, no, so what's the real reason you came up here? Because that nigga was like, let's go ahead and jump in the car. Let's roll. She was like, what's going on? So he finally gets in his pocket and he pulls out his cell phone and he said, this is what I'm talking about. So he shows her his cell phone with the profile on it. And then Fatima looks at at his phone. And she was like, what the hell? Like, am I being catfished? Like, who has my profile? Who knows my every move? Like, they know exactly where I'm going. And then they're talking about meet me in the stairway, like at 4:30. Like, this is somebody that seriously knows me. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, maybe she got somebody. So I was like, okay. So from there, Zach was like, okay, maybe it's a lot more serious than I thought. So now he's like, okay, well, let's go. And then she was like, hold on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right in my spirit. Something ain't right. She said, how did you get your hands on this? And he was like, hold on, what you mean? She was like, no, how did you get your hands on this? And he was like, no, she was like, no, you out here looking for bitches. You out here looking for tickets, Nick. And I was like, damn. It done reversed on this nigga. All he was trying to do was find out if you were getting your freak on the staircase. That's all he was trying to do. You done reverse that mug on this nigga, and he ain't even see it coming. Bam! So he was like, no. He said, well, she was like, well, tell me where you got it from. And he was like, she's like, tell me where you got it from. And he was like, oh, it was a Nate. And she was like, see, that's another reason why not to like the Negro. And I was like, damn. I was like, Nate just can't win in this situation. Both of these Negroes are going hard in the paint on one another. So they need to just get together, have a kumbaya moment, and talk this shit out. But anyhow, Fatima tells him, she was like, you know what, babe? You're looking good. Go ahead and get down on the ground. Zach is like, shit, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I told you we need to take our sex life to the next level, baby. And you gonna get it right here. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you what you want. I was like, all right. So he get down on the ground. I don't know if I would have got down with my slacks on like that, but I guess in the time of, whatever y'all getting ready to do, then go on and do what you do. We can go on and send that shit to the cleaners. But so he lays out. Fatima said, all right, you good. I'm going to go ahead and run over your ass on this ground. He was like, Fatima. Now, if you've heard my, previous recaps on Zach, on the sisters episodes, I just hate when I see Zach do this from time to time. He just sounds dumb and dumber when I hear him. Fatima, don't get in that car. Fatima, don't open that door. Fatima, don't cut on that car. Nigga, what you think she gonna do, bruh? She getting ready to get in the car, and she getting ready to run over your ass. Just like you done seen the things that Fatima has done since y'all been together. So you didn't think she was literally gonna come past your way, nigga? So anyway, Zach receives a phone call from his homies, Tony and Nate. So he was like, where y'all niggas at? And they say, oh, we right around the corner. So they show up. So the first thing Zach is saying to them, he was like, who set this up? So Nate was like, what you talking about? He was like, who set this up? They was like, no, did you see her? He said, yeah, I saw her. And they said, we knew it. He said, no, but back again, who set this up? And then he grabs Nate's hand and he jerks him down to the ground a little bit. And he was like, because they go over there and drop their overnight, documents off over there. So wasn't nothing going down over there. So who set this up? So he makes Nate state that he gonna find out who set it up and get it deleted, get it pulled down, some shit like that. So that's pretty much it on that part. So now we get to back to the crib. We're back at Zach and Fatima's house, and they're having this one-on-one conversation, like, what's going on? Like, we need to talk this out. Fatima's pretty much stating that Zach is you. And Zach is like, it's me in this situation? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, you haven't given me a reason to suspect anything. I mean, you've come up to the house in this random vehicle late or early in the morning, by the way. Then you have all this other stuff going on. She was like, but Zach, I've never given you a reason to cheat. And, I can agree with that to a certain extent, but it's still a little suspect. You coming home in this random man's car. I don't know him from Adam. And then you have some other stuff going on. But at the same time, yeah, I guess so. You haven't given me a reason to think or suspect anything, right? So then she flips it on him once again. He never sees it coming. But you, on the other hand, yeah. Now, Fatima, you cannot come at Zach and want him to trust you wholeheartedly with a clean slate. Because of your past, we can look at your past as well. All of this shit that you're talking about, that you're bringing up with Karen, well, I take that back with Karen, because he was getting his freak on with you when he was doing it with Karen, so I take that part back. But at the same time, all the rest of that is in his past. The stripper and all that was back in his past. Fatima, you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? You fine, but you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. But you gotta trust him, because he ain't doing nothing out the way. Not now. So you gotta trust him, all right? Don't live in the past. I don't know why y'all women wouldn't live in the past. Let it go. So anyway, she tells him go down the stairs, get the roast out the oven, something like that. And Angela and Bryce shows up. Now, I gotta admit that suit that Bryce had on is nice. It was a little snug, but it was a nice suit. And of course, Angela comes in her little red outfit, and she was like, "Well, where's Fatima?" And he's like, "Oh, she upstairs." So Fatima calls her upstairs, and Zach is like, No, stay right here," because he feels uncomfortable in this context with Bryce because Bryce tried to kiss him. So she goes on upstairs. So Bryce is trying to make conversation with Zach, and Zach is just giving him those 1 or 2 word replies like, "Yep, nope, I ain't got the money, nope. Hey, you spoke to Gay? I mean, Gary." And he was like, "Huh? Yeah." So I don't know if Bryce is gay or not. I'm not sure. I'm not the judger on that. Oftentimes my wife has had to tell me when something is wrong with some folks. So I don't know. I don't have that radar unless it's just outright. But I mean, he does have some mannerisms that you can be like, okay. But anyhow, I don't know. But if somebody tries to kiss me, that's a whole different situation. I'm probably leaning towards you are, or you are questionable. I don't know. But anyhow, he's asking questions about that whole situation. So Zach pretty much says, "Hey, damn, I forgot my keys. I forgot my keys in the car." And he's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "I'm going to go out there." And Bryce was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So now Zach goes outside. And for some damn strange reason, once again, old girl is in the car. Like, damn, like, Deja stays in the car. Like, does she live there when she get home? I mean, because she didn't have that neck brace on a while ago. Now she got it back on in the car. Maybe she just rides with it in the car. Maybe that's what it is. But anyhow, so she says, "Zach, I know you see me over here. But anyway, let's go back inside the house." Real quick, we see Fatima and Angela talking. And Fatima's like, "Did you and old boy ride together?" She's like, "No, we rode separately." And Fatima's like, "Well, where's the therapist? Like, he ain't here yet, Dr. Reese." And she was like, "Well, he said he's on his way." So I thought we would be able to see that nigga this go around, but obviously we ain't gonna see him at all. But anyhow, so yeah, they go from there and they're just having this little sidebar conversation. So they decide to go back downstairs with Bryce, and when they get down, they're asking where Zach is, and he pretty much conveys to him that, oh, he went out to the car, he left his keys out there, and Fatima's like, okay. So from there, they start to drink, and he's already been drinking, so he's already a little loose at this time. So I don't even know how to say this. So they're drinking, they're talking about what they need to drink and the level of drinks. Now, I'm going to tell you, honestly, I don't drink alcohol, so I don't really know, the levels. I just know not the, the dark liquors, the hard. I don't know anything. But anyway, so this man has the mouth to say, "Yeah, I want the hard." So yeah, he said, "Yeah, I want the hard." So it caught them off guard, man. So the looks on their faces were priceless, man. So, and he kept saying it. I was like, and they were like, "Is that hard enough for you?" He was like, "Yeah, that's hard." I was like, "Man, stop saying it, bro. You making me feel uncomfortable at this moment, but I'm gonna leave it alone, bro, because it's for the show. It's for the, and they getting ready to have a party," as he stated. So, it it is what it is, man. So, anyhow, they drinking it up. And they're still talking about, where's, the therapist? Where's Dr. Reese? That nigga's still around the corner. Like, what type of corner y'all got where you still waiting on somebody to come around the corner? And what type of car is he driving? Is he riding on a bicycle or something like that? Like, how long does it take to get to the crib? So the next thing we see is Fatima's phone ringing. And she was like, "Oh, just let it ring." And Angela, she got Spider-Man eyes or some shit like that, because she's able to look down with everything around her and see the name on the phone. "Oh, that's your mama." So she was like, "Oh, okay." So she goes and picks up the phone, and her nose-ass mama, I'm sorry to say it, but it is what it is. "I know you can be overly concerned about your daughter and your child's well-being, but at the same time, going over and beyond is something else. Like going to pull up a man's, crime record or his his prison record, that's a whole different thing. Now for me, I can't really say that because my kids are not that old, so I'm not there yet. But nothing in my mind would tell me, and I'm just saying real talk right here, nothing in my mind could really just allow me to just get to that point where I need to go and go that far, like, and to dig into it, and then we're gonna have a dinner conversation about it, my nigga. Like, we not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that now. We are not going to do that. And Fatima already knows that's not going to be a great setting for Zach. He's going to feel like he's being attacked, which he is. He's going to be bombarded with questions that he didn't come prepared to answer. And don't nobody want to do that. Maybe you can just ease me into this thing, just have an introduction into the family, like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm her stepfather. I'm her mom. Woo, woo, woo. The type of girl she was growing up. And then the next go round, let's ease into it a little bit more. Hey, so tell me about yourself. Maybe we can go fishing or some shit like that. Not at no dinner table on the first daggone time, and then you're going to turn around here and tell me about myself? No, it's not going down like that. And just knowing Zach and his personality is not going to go well. So I don't know what the hell her mom thought was going to go down in this situation, but it's not going down the way that they thought it would. So I'm going to leave that at that. And Fatima knows that. So that's the reason why she's dreading it. And then her mom is pretty much forcing it upon her. Like, if it don't happen here on Saturday, then we coming to your house. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's a little bit too serious. But anyhow, moving on, we then see Fatima talking to Angela once again. She was like, shit, that's my mom. They talking about we supposed to still have that dinner with Zach. And she was like, oh, this weekend? And she was like, yeah, they don't pull his records and all that. And even Angela was like, damn, like, are they seriously doing that? And she was like, yeah. So I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, man, next we head outside again and we see Zach and Deja. Now, Deja's still sitting in the car, of course, and now she's asking for Zach to assist her once again to get up out of the car. So once she gets up out the car, finally, she conveys to him, hey, I went and spoke to an attorney and a legal counsel, rather, and he conveyed to me, hey, I need to do something. So, long story short, I'm about to sue your girl's ass. And Zach is like, come on, it ain't that serious. No, she said, no. When she threw me out of that hot tub or whatever tub she threw her up out of, she said, it did something to my fubula flabula. So whatever it was, it did something to it, right? And she said, no, that shit hurt. And I'm sitting up here with this back brace on, my neck brace on or whatever, and now I'm getting ready to take your girl to court, so she better get prepared, and I'm about to take her for everything she got. So that was pretty much the end of the episode, man, and that's how it ended. We never got to see Dr. Reese. I guess we'll see him in the next go round, but obviously he didn't make it around the corner quickly enough, so we'll see what happens. So anyhow, once again, thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, peace.